ignore my hair as I have done nothing to it. But hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be showing you how I do my eyebrows on a day-to-day basis. I'm just going to run through my eyebrow routine and how I do it, and then you'll get to see like what it looks like to my natural brow and then the end result. If you enjoyed this video, please smash it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. I feel like since the last time I showed you my eyebrow routine it has changed quite a bit. Like my eyebrows are a lot more like structured now, and whether that's a good thing or a bad thing to some people, I really like my brows now, preferably to when I used to do them. But obviously that's just about time. Like over time they've gotten better for me. But yeah, I really hope you enjoy this video. If you do, smash it a big thumbs up, and without further ado, let's just get on to the video. So the first thing that I do is just using a spoolie. I just take that and brush through my eyebrow and make it into the shape that I'd like it to be. This is quite easy because my hairs, like, I have shaped them into the way that I would like them every time I do my brows. Obviously some people have very sparse brows. This is just how my brows are, so it makes it easier for when I actually fill them in. I like to take the Anastasia Dip Brow Beverly Hills pomade, and that's just in the shade dark brown, and I just take a little bit of that angled brush. This is a Spectrum A14 brush. I have to keep going back in for product. Obviously, as you can see, my eyebrows are really dark, so I have to keep going back in for product because it uses so much really quickly. So yeah, I just carry on filling out my brows and like shaping them. Literally my brow tutorial is so super simple and so easy. I just follow my brow around. It hasn't actually changed much from what it used to be. And I did post a tutorial of this over on my Instagram, but it has changed slightly. That's why I wanted to redo this video. So then just taking what is already on my brush, I don't dip this in anymore because I like the sort of ombre effect at the start of my eyebrow. I just lightly go underneath and shade in this part of the front of my eyebrow. Now when I do like the lines upwards, because I've already got my own natural eyebrow hair there, sorry. This bit I can't really like do the lines up because it just ends up making like my brows look stupid. So I just use the like shading effect and just sparsely do that through the front of my brows, just so they are like a little bit of the same colour, they're not too much different. Again, I'm just going in and going to brush that through my eyebrows where like there's gaps, because there is gaps quite like through them. So I just like to go and fill these all in. And just ignore the bits that are like under here. Obviously I will conceal those out. They are just the bits that have gone a bit wrong. Once I feel like my whole brow is filled in, I then like to just go and shade out this front bit. I have always done this and you'll have seen it in lots of tutorials, but I always like to shade out this front part of my brow. So then I just go in and full out these front parts of my brows, just make them a little bit more feathered, bit more like, I don't really know the word, like ombre. Then before I conceal my brows, I actually like to go in with just the NYX Control Freak eyebrow gel, and I just like to use this. Yes, I've actually got a new eyebrow gel apart from the Kiko Milano one. I bought this one and I actually love it. This is just a clear eyebrow gel and it just makes my eyebrows stay in place literally all day. Like my eyebrows do not budge, and I have long hairs on my eyebrows, which you can see, so it helps them massively. I definitely recommend this. So yeah, I'm just gonna like run this through my brows and then just try and keep the hairs in place. Now as you can see, it's leaving a bit of a shadow effect down there, but that is what the concealer will like get rid of. So I just like to try and get all the hairs and try and get them to sit where I'd like them to, because they need to stay in that place all day. Then as you can see, my brow is looking a little bit, whoops, my eyebrow is looking a little bit chunky towards the end and around here. So go in with my LA Girl Pro Conceal concealer. I just like to apply a little bit onto my eyelid because as you can see I have veiny eyelids, and then any that's spare on the tube I just like to apply to the rest of my face. So now just taking one of my Morphe brushes that I got in a pack for Christmas, I'm just going to outline where my brow is. So I'm just going to take it and draw a line under my brow of where I'd like my brow to be. I do this quite gently and then move the product further and further up so that I don't ruin my eyebrow. I just like to get that shape before I actually get my eyebrow like I get that covered. because knowing my look, I'll end up going and putting concealer in the middle of my eyebrow and then it'll be ruined. So then using the one, like, part of it that's on my lid, I like to blend it down because I do use a beauty blender as well. But then I'm going to go around the top part of my eyebrow as well, just because I like to conceal that bit, and I do have a couple of hairs up here that I like to try and cover up. You naturally have really big brows. That's my natural brow on this side, and then that's the brow once I've filled it in. Obviously I just need to blend the concealer in, but it's like I do have big brows anyway, and I've always been told that I have big brows, and everybody's always like, wow, your brows are massive, but I can't help it. But I actually really like my brows, and I like the brow shape, and I'm quite like lucky because my brows are like, I get like quite a lot of natural hair on my brows, so it makes it a lot easier when it comes to doing mine, whereas a lot of people have to like make their eyebrows look like they've got hair on them. You might be able to see the ends not as like sharp as it was earlier, so I'm just going to go in and just sharpen that bit up a bit. And then really, I do actually need a smaller beauty blender for this. I do need to order one, but I've just not got round to it yet. And I would actually really like benefit from one as well, because I do this to my brows every single day. So yeah, now that I've blended all that in and like got my brow to how I like it, so then I just go in with a little bit of powder. Everybody probably knows this already on my channel, but I just use baby powder as powder. It works the exact same, and it's really good for baking as well. So I just go in and just set the concealer that's around my eyes, that like I've just put on my eyebrow, and like not on my eyebrow, under my eyebrow and around my eyebrow, just so it's all set into place for ready when I put like any eyeshadow on or anything like that. And I also just do the same around the tops. Obviously because it's baby powder, I try like to not get this anywhere that's gonna go in my eyebrow, but I just try and set around the brow. And then yeah, that is the big difference between my brows. Like that's them natural, and that's them when I've drawn them on. Obviously there's a massive difference, and they are quite defined, so if you don't like defined brows, then this tutorial probably isn't for you. But this is how I like to do my brows. This is just how I do them on a daily basis. They could be neater, but this is actually how they always end up looking. So to be fair, this is an actual representation. But yeah, these are the brow. So that is my eyebrows done. I've filled in both eyebrows, and this is how they look like at the end of it. I can't tell if that one looks right. Yeah, so that's how my eyebrows look at the end of it, and obviously I've done the rest of my makeup. As you can see, I've got highlighter on and things. They're just how my brows tend to look on a day-to-day basis, and I do have quite natural minimal makeup on as well, so this is what it would look like. So yeah, I really hope you like my brows and could follow this tutorial quite easily. It is very, very simple and very, very easy, and you don't have to use the products I use. You can use, like, I know Dip Brow, they also have one in Freedom that apparently is really, really good, and like the LA Girl concealer is literally like £4. You can get it online on Beauty Bay, but they also have like other dupes for it in like Collection. Lasting Perfection is good. So yeah, so that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed looking at how I do my eyebrows and just basically the routine of it. So I really hope you did enjoy this video. Like I said, if you did, smash a big thumbs up, subscribe down below if you haven't already, and yeah, you will see me in next week's video on Sunday at 5 PM. Bye! Get down and dirty.